Anyway, hello Powerwash mod watchers. I was about to show everyone my shirt because Char wanted to see it. It's gonna be backwards, so can I just like flip it real quick? There. It's gonna look weird for a second. It's Macho Man. The cream of the crop. Somehow I knew you would hate it. The cream of the crop always rises to the top. Yeah, they brought back the Savage Slim Jims. We can really snap into them. Why does it clean the set? Oh, we haven't done the satellite dish. Okay, well, I put food truck in my title, so we're gonna do the food truck. From Ella Goody. Thanks for coming all this way, scrubbadubbas. Really appreciate it. My food truck's in a sorry old state. It's a long story, so I'll fill you in along the way, but in a nutshell, business has just gotten tougher and tougher. I have to start delivering to customers wherever I can find them. Right now, the only folks interested are those living the quiet life in the national park. I guess the rumors haven't reached that far yet, but then neither has the Department of Transport. Off-roading was a nightmare. It spared my ingredients everywhere, and I must have hit more tree branches than a sulking Sasquatch. Now I've returned to the recreation ground. I'm understandably getting nothing but filthy looks from passerby. Please clean my boat with my truck and reputation. Okay. Okay. Not a problem. Oh, I gotta set my volume. I think I normally do it around like here. Maybe slightly lower. There we go. Ooh, a ball. Alright, let's take a look. Burger. This isn't a taco truck at all. The streamer lied. Alright, this doesn't look like it'll take very long, so I guess we'll just get started. Or do I want to start from the inside? Let's start from the inside. Because I think normally people would start from the outside, so we're going to start from the inside and be different. I'm guessing you've heard of my famous Muckenham burger. Muckenham burger. Obama. Soda. You see my catchy ad on local network a while back? We know about the ham. What's the muck? Thank you for 20 bits, Chuck. I come on, shake my head, and tap my nose. Sorry, guys, but you're all out of luck. All out of luck. No muck. Obama.
I'm back, baby.
He's back with the pizza. Welcome back, bud. What kind of pizza did you get anyway? You should just like come up with something like really like cursed. It's like peas and mayonnaise pizza. Peanut butter and hot pepper pizza. Real simple. Cheese. The good old classic cheese pizza. Peanut butter and cheese pizza. Peanut butter and jelly pizza. Chicken and beef on half my pan pizza. Pan pizza. Pan pizza extra thick. I was considering last night, or rather this morning, I suppose. I was like, well, it is Tuesday, so if I wake up early enough, I can go to the pizza place and get a cheap pizza. Well, relatively for what they normally sell them for. And then I'll be set, and then I woke up late, so I didn't do that. Now that the cozy content is on, I can nap. Just gonna have a nap. You need a nap, Shar. I've been craving their cheeseburger pizza. I miss it. It's delicious. A pan. I was also thinking of getting a pan pizza as well. Because they're like... It was at the pizza place I used to work at, so like I know how they make them. And the pan pizza is they take a size larger pizza dough and then put it in a large size pan, so it's like extra thick. And then they put butter underneath it. Thick and buttered up. College days, cheap pizza was a lifesaver. You go and get those like $2 frozen pizzas. The cost per calorie on like frozen pizzas is just like hard to compete with. They're definitely not good for you, but it's like when it's that or starve, you're probably gonna take that. I'm trying to generate some mystery about the ingredients of my burgers. Get a buzz going. What would you say your mystery ingredient is? Muck. Oh, hello, Laura. You know, like, thing you do with their chickeny bits. Everyone enjoying the day and games? Long since I saw you live. Maybe waking up with allergies doesn't suck that much. Oh. Sorry to hear about your allergies, though, Laura. Welcome in. Yeah, I've been gone for a while. I just got back from vacation. My first stream back was just like a couple days ago. This is my second stream back. You're just in time for Powerwash. So now you can go back to sleep. I used to eat those cheap pizzas, those cheap frozen pizzas all the time though. Those little like thin crust ones that are like $2 or $3. Just get a bunch of them and then I'm like, oh man, I'm hungry, and I'll just go cook one and then eat the whole thing in one sitting. Few places downtown that hit fairly large pizza slices for $1, and since I need to get an unlimited ride card for Subway, I just traveled down there and grabbed some pizza and soda for like $2.50. Those were the days, huh? I'm sure if you went back there now, they're either closed or it's like that same thing is probably like $7 or $8. Unreal how much inflation has been. Oh, angled sinks so I can actually wash them. Let's go. We have competitive esports Powerwash gaming. Sponsored by, not actually sponsored by, Rogue Energy. It's insane, some of the prices for things, yeah. I go to Dunkin' Donuts and I'll get like a breakfast toast slice that has like some stuff on it, like tomatoes and stuff. A coffee and a donut, and it's like $13. And McDonald's hash browns, like a single hash brown is like $2 something now, I believe. I just don't even like, I like the hash browns, but it's like, they just don't even seem worth to buy anymore. I'd rather just get the apple pies, like the 2 apple pies, which it comes out to be like around the same price or maybe slightly cheaper than a single hash brown. Wild. Takeout stopped being cheap things so long ago. Now it's just so much. Yeah, it's like one of the biggest problems was that like takeout was just so convenient and cheap. You could get like a whole McDonald's meal for like $5, and now it's like you can't even really do that anymore. Not to mention the quality of a lot of things has gone down as well. Like the portion sizes over the years have just gotten like slightly smaller over time. And the quality's going slightly down all the time. It's time for this generation to learn how to cook again. They should go up, but why job monies no go up? Well, you know, at the end of the fiscal year, you still want record profits for the shareholders, right? Just get the tops of those doors. Fact is, there's nothing special about what I put in there. Just the standard malarkey, plus a lot of salt. Salt them up. Anywho, it worked a treat. We rushed off our feet for years. You just gotta put the muck in them. And salt. We fueled every festival from here to Sparkleton. Sparkleton. There is actually a couple secret ingredients you can put in your burgers that'll make them taste real good. Don't tell me when I told you what they are, though. Brown sugar, Worcestershire sauce. I think that one's pretty commonly known. When you cook them in butter. Even if you have oil, put a little bit of butter in there as well. And a little bit of nutmeg. There you go. The other day I got Wendy's and I thought I got a kid's meal for a gourmet price. Oh yeah, I saw kids meal, like an old advertisement for an McDonald's kids meal. And they were like super cheap. They were like $3 or $4. Ooh, volcano burgers. You know, because of that volcano incident. There's also a really good, I don't know if you can get it everywhere, but there's a spice mix. That's, there's a big, like, popular spice company. I can't think of the name of it right now. But they have this spice mix called Smokehouse Maple that you're supposed to put on, like, pork or, like, chicken. It's, like, made for chicken or pork, but it's really, really good on burgers. When did medium portions turn to smaller than your palm size? And it's funny because we're like, man, these portion sizes are getting like so small, and then like other countries think that our portion sizes are huge as well. So they can only imagine what we were used to. When am I gonna be able to supersize my McDonald's meal again? For just $1 more. Do I have a stepladder? No steppy. Sad. Supersized to a slightly larger medium. I don't know. I'm like, if I go somewhere and I spend $10 on a meal, and after I finish that meal, I feel like I still want to eat more, then I don't like their portion sizes. Like, it's one thing if I go somewhere and I spend like $5 or something, right? Get like some of their value menu items. And then I eat it and I'm like, I could probably eat some more. But if I spend like $10 or more and I'm still hungry after it, not worth. Then the cat started going missing. Do you remember? Starting with Ulysses Mayer's cat. Uh-oh. The secret ingredient is cats. That was fine, but when more disappeared, a rumor started that they were going into my burgers. Can you imagine? It was awful. I just like the story setup of this one, where it's like, yeah, we had a secret ingredient. We told everyone there was a secret ingredient. But then there wasn't actually a secret ingredient. We just told everyone that, so then they would buy our stuff. And we were really popular. But then a bunch of cats started going missing. Yeah, I got, I don't know. Whenever I go to, like, fast food, I'll, like, scrounge for coupons or, like, their deals or whatever. Or just try to take absolute as much possible advantage of their, like, value menu. Unless it's, like, a place that I haven't been to before. When I go to Taco Bell, I always get their like $5 like value menu or value box. It's like the Supreme Wrap or whatever, Crunch Wrap, Supreme Crunch Wrap box for $5, and then get like a potato taco for $1. Or the KFC, I would get their $5 boxes, which I'm not sure if they do anymore. They used to have an amazing deal where it was like a $5 tenders box. That was awesome. But now you can only get it for $10. Literally doubled in price. And for what? So I can have some of the fucking garbage mashed potatoes and gravy, which I learned something about recently that I wish I didn't know. And I'm not sure if I want to pass it on to anybody who likes KFC. It's better to live in blissful ignorance. Fair. Either way, though, whenever I get their mashed potatoes and gravy, it's like their little like side that they include. It's always like watery. It's like you're drinking like mashed potato and gravy soup. I just end up not even eating it. When I would go to Taco Bell, I'd get their $5 chalupa box where they give you 2 chalupas. It was like 2 or I think it was 2 chalupas, or maybe it was 1 chalupa. They give you like 1 chalupa and then 2 hard shell tacos, like regular tacos, and then some cinnamon twists. And a drink, like a medium drink. I don't know if they still do that. I haven't been to Taco Bell in a minute. Our local Taco Bell is confused as to what it actually is. Like, it says Taco Bell KFC, but then like we're actually just a KFC. We're a KFC first. Taco Bell second, but they never have any chicken. Like every time I go there to get chicken, they just don't have any. So I don't know what they are. I don't know the last time I was in Taco Bell or KFC. I had Hardee's for the first time ever recently. Or Carl Jr.'s. I think that's the other name for it. It was okay. It was fine. I asked them for curly fries and they gave me regular fries, so -1 whole letter grade for that. Built up this mystery, people leaned into it, and my sales took a dive. Took a dove. In the end, I declared my ingredient list, and when people saw the colossal salt content, that really was the end. I was left with no option but to deliver to the odd customer where I found them. And I do mean odd. Not the salt burgers. What the hell? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I really, really want that Taco Bell KFC in our area to be like good and like succeed, because I want to have access to that. But it's just like, it's not. Ever go to Taco Bell expecting an actual meal, just kind of a couple things to snack on to hold me over for a time? Yeah, I mean, really, one of their best menu items is that potato taco that you can get for like $1. Because it's $1. And it doesn't taste too bad. Snack on to butt me over. It was close, butt spot. Almost said snack on butt. Almost. But not quite. Basically what I'm saying is you're fired. The opportunity was handed to you, and you squandered it. The butt spot ban, reset it back to its default? No, I changed it back to its default because I don't know. The asterisk thing was funny. It was just a lot more rarely funny. Like, it only really worked when it happened to replace, like, a verb or something. So. Potential, but not the execution. It was just, like, a lot less of a chance for it to say something funny. When it did, it was really funny, but it's just... Also, not to call anybody out, but there is more immature audience members who think that butt is funny. Also, I didn't know what else to change it to, so I just changed it back to the default. was like, can you use the ladder to get up on this burger? You can. Kind of blocks it though, so that kind of sucks. I'll just parkour it instead. Don't forget to wash your burgers. Yeah, there was a time where I would make burgers. I still do kinda have a pretty big spice cabinet. So I had like no money. So I was like, what can I do with like $5 and a spice cabinet? And I had butter. So I bought eggs. It was like eggs for $1, and then some cheap buns for $1, and then like a pound of ground beef on sale for like $3. Apply high pressure water to burgers. Got it. Yeah, just blast them apart. Once you've delicately put it together, just blast it apart with high pressure water. Give me the rider.
Oh,
saw that.
this stuff is bussin'. Respectfully.
No,
he's easy.
Shh. I just saw my Stream Elements automatic thing promoting my Twitter. And I was thinking about it earlier today where I was like, I like never tweet anything. Like just like normal like tweets. I just never just open up Twitter and then like type something and then like, yep, tweet that. And it's the same for my my personal Twitter as well. I never tweet anything on that. I just retweet things. One of the fryers isn't complete. Thought I got everything in here. The grease. Retwitter. Yeah, I would just retweet things. I've been trying to, when I do my going live things, since they released the algorithm for it, I don't know if they changed it after they released how it worked. But you were much less likely to see tweets that had a link in the tweet itself. So on my going live tweets, I've started putting it in like the comments. Instead. Window? Which window? This window? That one. Rear wheel arches. This one. There we go. Tacos are ready. Of course, they'd make it more work for y'all. Yeah. App of the butt. Nice. Truck looks amazing. You're a whiz. Watching you soothingly wash away all that filth got me thinking. I need a fresh start. I'm going for a full rebrand. I'm either going to move to Buckington to go full chicken or Spongely to do a bakery conversion. What do you think? Wow, even Ella thinks I'm soothing. Let's go. Alright, now we have a satellite dish to do. Yeah, it's like, it was like, if you have, if you're following more people than you have followers, your tweet is less likely to be seen. If you have a link in your tweet, that like makes it way less seen. If nobody interacts with your tweet within a certain amount, like the first like couple hours or something like that, it has a much less likely chance to be seen by anybody else, which is like likes, retweets. I think it's just likes and retweets. I don't think comments add a whole lot to the score for the algorithm for it. I don't quite remember. It was an interesting read though. Debo Chubb. How you doing, Doc? I'm a friend of Cal's. He gave me your deets. Says you do a great job. I've been asked on behalf of my client to get a power washer down to the county observatory to help clean up. Had a quiet reopening a few months back, but it looks like whoever it is that put up the cash ain't too happy about the results they've been getting. Hence getting you in. Don't ask me who it is. What's going on? I have no clue. I'm just the caretaker. Okay, Debo Chubb. You got it. So stupid. Yeah, well, at least we like have a little bit of knowledge of how it works, so we can like be like not put the link in the going live tweet. That would have been funny if I could wash these off. The gnome. He's watching, observing. They're real. The truth is out there. Any Easter eggs over here? Nobody. Oh wow, this is very large. A lot of power washing ahead of us for this one. I climb this. I don't know why, but for just a moment, I was reminded of this like desert area reminded me of Slime Rancher for some reason. All right, let's get started. Guess you heard a lot of theories behind all the mad stuff that's happening right now. Mad stuff? What are you talking about, Debo? Debo Chubb? Seriously, it feels like whoever I talk to, I'm only ever 3 go-ons away from hearing something completely insane. Go on. Does that mean in 3 messages he's gonna say something completely insane? DLC or core game extension? I think this one's a core game extension, is a bonus job. After this, we're moving on to the free DLC, which is a Final Fantasy one. The other free DLC was a Tomb Raider one. Apparently they have some paid DLC planned coming up as well. He's back. Welcome back. Welcome to the return. You can see the Slime Rancher comparison. Yeah, a little bit. Like the desert area. Say Final Fantasy DLC? Yes, there is a Final Fantasy. There's a Final Fantasy VII DLC for this game. I think one of the maps is, what is it called? Angel Share? The bar? And then like they hid like Cloud's bike or something. His motorcycle. He's like, Final Fantasy, I'm in. It doesn't matter what the content is. If it's Final Fantasy, I'm here for it. Seventh Heaven. Am I thinking of Angel? Oh no. Isn't Angel Share the bar in Mondstadt? Another stage is the bike and the pickup truck. Yeah. That's right. The one that you can't get in without talking to the guy and looking at the poster first. Say I love Final Fantasy. I even considered playing the Pixel remaster 1 through 6. It's funny because I've never like really actually played any of the Final Fantasies. Like I sort of played 7 a long time ago. Sort of. I didn't own it. So I just played it at a friend's house for a little bit. I hear it's pretty good though. A couple other stages from Shinra. Very epic. You recommend Tactics War of the Lions. Butts War. It's either one. Either one. I think I played a little bit of Final Fantasy Tactics. Maybe? I don't remember. I don't remember which one it was. Maybe maybe it was even just like the first Final Fantasy. I don't remember which one it was. It was like a really old one where it was like a top-down map on like a grid and then you move your characters around. It was really fucking hard. I just remember it being incredibly difficult. Sounds like War of the Lions. Is that one of the really old ones? SNES Tactics. Is it War of the Lions or SNES Tactics? Could be SNES Tactics. It was like really, really old. I was a kid. I was a young child. Remember what you play it on? What was it? Don't really remember. Because it was like... my cousin had it. But I can't remember which console she had. I think she had like 2 consoles, but I don't remember which one it was. I think it might be... I think it was PlayStation 1. I remember it being on a console. War of the Lions. Yeah, let me look up some pictures of War of the Lions and I'll see if it's the one I remember. Let's see. Let's see, Tactics, War of the Lions. Yeah, I think this is it. I love that game so much. I wanted to play it so bad, but I was like single digits in age. I was very, very, very young, and the game was way too hard for someone of that age. Yeah, I think it was War of the Lions. What other ones are there? I do remember it looking like this, though. Like early teens when I played, I accidentally saved over my dad's. Oh, fuck. Not the saving over the relatives profile. Yeah, I remember thinking the game looked really, really cool, and I really wanted to play it. But I just couldn't get like my head around how it like worked because I had never played. That was like the first ever turn-based RPG game I had ever played. Well, that's not true. I'd played Pokemon before that. The first real turn-based RPG game I've ever played. All Pokemon fans hearing that just got really mad, but honestly, I don't care because Pokemon's kind of boring. But yeah, I just remember it being really difficult, but also being really into it. Couldn't get a handle on it though. Pokemon's meant to be easy, yeah. I get that impression. I tried a lot of times to like get into or to like actually get anywhere in that Final Fantasy game, but I just couldn't. So I played Castlevania Symphony of the Night instead. Man, I love that game. That game is sick. If you ever play, let me know. I know some good tricks to get abilities. What, you mean Final Fantasy? Like that really old ass Final Fantasy? I don't know if I'd ever play that. Symphony of the Night? Yeah, I love that game. That game was fun. And then later on, when I got older, a little bit older, and I could actually use my brain, I got The Legend of the Dragoon. And that was a really fun game. I got through the first disc, I believe. It was a 3-disc set that got remastered recently. Yeah, I heard about that. I heard that it was getting a remaster, but I didn't know if it was done or not. I had all 3 discs. And after I had completed the first disc, I went to go put in the second disc and found out that my brother had taken a bite out of it. So I didn't ever get to finish it. Played through the demo of it for multiple times. I remember having a lot of fun playing it. I wonder if I would even be interested in the remaster of it. Like, if it's still, like, a game that I would be into. That's what happened to Final Fantasy VII for me. Your second disc got ruined. Well, not the bite. The bite of 04. I don't remember. I have no idea when it was. I just remember being, like, really into the game. And then, like, oh, man. All right, time to move to the second disc. Let's go. And I put the second, I'd like put the second disc in. It's like, disc is unreadable. And I'm like, what? So I take it out to like wipe it off and there's bite marks in it. I'm like, oh. Your dad has the original guidebook for it. Oh, yeah? Hell yeah. I kind of miss getting those game manuals, like actual like thick game manuals that tell you how to play the game and give you some like tips and tricks and stuff. I'd seen a console game like a disc recently, because I don't like play anything on console anymore. And the like little booklet that it came with was like 2 pages, and it was basically like, go online. Go online to buy the premium currency. Had so many difficulties trying to finish Final Fantasy VII that I never got to finish it myself. Bruh. Another one of those super popular games that I just never played. And now it's kind of like at the point where I feel like I missed the window to play it. Where like I'm maybe not so much for like Final Fantasy, but some games that I would like, maybe if I'd go back to them, I don't know if I'd still be interested in playing them. Like Kingdom Hearts. Everyone was like super into Kingdom Hearts. People still are super into Kingdom Hearts. They like grew up with it. And then I was like, oh, I never really got to play that as a kid, so I'm gonna go and like give that a try. I'm gonna go play it. I got to, is it the first one where you go to the Alice in Wonderland world? Is that the first one? Either way, I got to the Alice in Wonderland world, and I was so bored that I stopped playing it and never picked it back up. I never finished the first one. And then the second one has like a 2-hour long prologue. Something about the darkness and hearts or something like that. And I'm like, this story's a little bit on the nose, don't you think? I was like, no, actually, the story's really deep and also incredibly confusing. I'm like, okay, but what if, like, you're not, like, what if you don't get hooked by the story then? Like, if it's, like, super confusing, what if you don't get hooked by it? They're like, well, you're gonna be wondering why Mickey Mouse is fighting Hades. My brother sold the first copy I had. The second copy had the third disc scratched. The emulator ROM I had on my modded Xbox save file got corrupted, and the emulator started crashing every time I got past a certain part. I did a playthrough with my roommate one time, and we got toward the end and restarted because he missed one material you can't get again. I didn't 100% it. Fuck. Restart it. Why wouldn't you just beat the game and then just start a new playthrough? Except that time, don't miss it. Man, I hate that stuff. Well, I hate it mostly in games where it's like you do have collectibles, but then they make some of the collectibles locked behind areas that you can never access again. Looking at you, Fallout 3, and your stupid medicine bobblehead. And the other bobblehead, I can't remember the name of, or which one it was, but there was 2 bobbleheads in Fallout 3 that you, if you missed them, you could never go back and get them. Imagine how delighted I was to find that out when I was going to 100% collect all the bobbleheads on my Fallout 3 save that had like several hundred hours on it. And I had missed 2 pretty easy to miss bobbleheads that you can never get again. I mean, the first one is in the vault, like the first vault you spawn in. But, like, that's like the tutorial area, so it's like, why would I even be looking for things to be, like, stealing? Like, why would I think a bobblehead? Like, I had never played Fallout before. Why would I think a bobblehead is something that I want to collect? Like, gives you a permanent stat boost. So his favorite game, and he refused to continue without getting everything from Mutai. That's funny. No, I missed something. I must restart. Developers be wildin'. Yeah, and it was on Xbox as well. So I couldn't be like on PC where it's like, oh, you missed the bobblehead? Well, I guess you'll never get it again. I'm like, am I though? And then I do the COC command and just teleport my way into Vault 101 and pick up the bobblehead and then COC command my way back out. Also, I had this weird glitch the first time I played Fallout 4. You know that cryo gun that you see at the beginning, and you're like, oh, I'm gonna come back for that. Because you need, like, the highest level lockpicking to get to it. I was never able to go back in that vault on my first save file, because whenever I would step onto the platform, like the elevator to go in there, I would just, like, get stuck there, and then like I would lose all input and I would just stand there and nothing would happen until I restarted the game. It was weird. It just works. I think I had to use some like teleport commands, like console commands to get in there eventually. It was either that or I just like was like, well, that's annoying, and then just forgot about it and just never got it. I don't remember. Dang it, Todd. You've done it again. Speaking of Todd games, when is that new Elder Scrolls coming out? Wasn't it like 2 or 3 years ago where they just like took some generic footage of them like going over like a big world, and then it's like Elder Scrolls 6, and then that was it. 4 feels like a fever dream to me. I put a lot of hours into my first save file on Fallout 4. As I always do with those Bethesda games, like Fallout games, Fallout and Elder Scroll games. It's like my first character I'll just put like an endless amount of time into. And they'll be like super unoptimized. And then my second playthrough, I'll do like a super highly optimized character, and then lose interest, and then start another character, and then start modding it, and then start another character. You know how it goes. The cycle continues. I remember there always being like 3 times as many things to do compared to the things I completed. Oh yeah, well, they had the Radiant quests, where it was like their solution to completing the game. Like once you 100% complete the game and there's nothing left to do, there was some Radiant quests where it was like they never ended. They were just kind of like some pseudo randomly generated quests that you could do. It was like in Skyrim, where their solution, I think they might have had the same thing. I do remember that dungeons would reset every couple of days, though, so you could like run through a dungeon and then wait a couple days and then go through it again, and the loot would be randomized. I think they did the same thing in Fallout 4. They would have like their dungeon. They would have their dungeon in Fallout 4. And at the end of it, you would have your boss chest or whatever that would have randomly generated. It would have like certain rarity, but it would be randomly generated what you would get in it. You would always get a legendary in it, so then you would just farm those for legendaries. They had their legendary system, which was like their end game content. So you get like super busted weapons. I think the most broken weapon was the minigun with explosive damage. So every bullet that you shot out of the minigun did 15 points of explosive damage. And it was just completely broken. You could kill anything instantly with it. That I don't remember. There was a one that I had gotten. It would give you a weapon, and then the legendary thing, it would pick from a pool of different like bonuses that it would like put on it. Sometimes they were completely useless, where it was like one of those gamma guns, the ones that do radiation damage, the ones that heal ghouls, and then it's like 50% damage against ghouls or something like that. I think the favorite one that I got was the Fat Man, the one that shoots mini nukes. I got a Fat Man that shot 2 mini nukes at a time. I might have just been ignorant. They don't really tell you how the legendary system or like the dungeons work, but they kind of explain how the legendaries work. But they don't explain how to get them or like how the dungeons work. It's overpowered, yeah. It was it would shoot 2 mini nukes at a time. I believe the second one was free. It was just like fires an additional projectile. So it would shoot 2 mini nukes at the cost of 1. So I put the experimental MIRV launcher attachment on it. so that when the mini nuke would go out, it would explode, or it would split into. It would shoot out 4 mini nukes, like even smaller ones. And then those would break off into another 4 smaller explosives, I think. I don't quite remember. Or maybe it was just like 4 and then they would split off. It would shoot out 2 and then they would split into 4. So then I would have 8 mini nukes. I think that's what it was. I think I have a video of it on my YouTube channel, actually, from way back in the day. I wonder if I still have it up. I named it "Everything in that general direction must die," which was which is a video game quote from a game that nobody's played, Brutal Legend. You know, I wonder if it's still up there. Let me see. Oh, just in time. Needed that link. Thank you, Stream Elements. Here it is. See, it would shoot 2 of them. It'd shoot 2 mini nukes out, and then they would split into 8. Good times. That video doesn't have any audio because I don't know. I think I captured it with shadow play, but it didn't record audio for some reason at the time. I just never bothered to fix it. I actually have one other old video. Actually, let me pull it up. I have one other old video that I had to upload for a Steam achievement, so I could get my Steam level up. So it was just this. It was me playing Witcher 3, and I got stuck, and I couldn't do anything to get out of this. Old school content. I literally only uploaded that video to get a Steam achievement, and that's it. Because it was like you had to upload a YouTube video and then like link that YouTube video in your Steam profile or something like that. Buggy old days, yeah. It's a good game though. I played it for like one stream. Witcher 3. I don't think anybody watches it anymore though, so I don't play it anymore. Witcher 3, another game I never finished. It's a really good game. I mean, I can understand why you would never finish it, because, oh boy, is there a lot of content in that game. Remember that stream even. Let's go. I was thinking, like, hey, you know, maybe people will want to watch this because of the Witcher series that was out on Netflix at the time. Bring up interest in Witcher. But then some things happened with the series, and I don't think people are that interested. There. I gotta get all these railing poles. That one's good. That one's good. That one's good. This one is not good. Now it's good. Yeah, it's fine though. It was more of like a test to see if people were like interested in watching it, because that game is a commitment, and if people weren't interested right away, I don't think they're going to be interested in it like 300 hours into my playthrough. Game of Thrones final season? No, not quite. It was like they took a lot of liberties with it, and people were confused. For example, we got this Sparky into do the rewiring. Gary. Sparky? Should be a stand-up guy, right? I mean, he's rewiring an incredibly complex piece of equipment. Go on. One person you expect to hear sense from, it's him. Okay, Debo. Continue the story. Give me like Genshin dialogue right now. Mashing click and F at the same time. He looks up at the sky and says, "Weird weather we're having, huh?" I nod and say, "Go on, Gary." Oh, okay. That's it. No, they just took a lot of liberties with it, and old fans of Witcher were kind of like not into it. And then they made a statement about how like they wanted to go like their own complete direction with it, and people weren't super into that. And neither was Henry Cavill, and then they replaced Henry Cavill with somebody else for Geralt. I don't know if they replaced... I can't remember if they replaced him or if he dropped it to go take a Superman role instead. Because he didn't really want to be on it since they weren't sticking to Witcher lore. And then they dropped him off Superman as well. And he's like, okay, well, I'll just take me and my loads of money back home and play some World of Warcraft. They just didn't want the series to succeed. I don't know, I guess. I feel like they could have did a lot more with it. They could have did a lot better with it. It's just like another generic medieval fantasy. I just thought it was, I liked what I thought, what I found one of the interesting things of Witcher, one of the most interesting things of Witcher series that set it apart from generic fantasy was like the actual monster hunting aspect of it, where it's like generic fantasy, medieval fantasy, where it's like, ah, there's a monster, we must slay it. Call upon the hero and the town guard. A Witcher series, it's like, oh, it's like, it's this thing, and this is what it does, and this is its weaknesses, and this is how you defeat it, or like, not like necessarily, it doesn't have to be kill it, it's like, this is how you like get rid of it, this is how you take care of what it is. And they were all like unique, had their interesting things about them. And then they were like, ah, yes, the Witcher series. The series about specifically the sorceresses and how they do magic. And, you know, sometimes there's monsters. Like, at least in the games at least, you see Yennefer, but like not all that much. But in the Witcher series, she's like the main character. If they wanted to make a series about Yennefer, they should have just made a series about Yennefer and not called it The Witcher. They got caught up being thirsty. I guess if they had did that, instead of making a Witcher series, like a live-action Witcher series, they did a live-action Yennefer series. People would have been like, why not a Witcher series? Why did you do a Yennefer series? So they just called it The Witcher, and then they had Geralt show up sometimes. And sometimes he would fight monsters, but he wouldn't explain what they are or what you do with them, or... Like, there was that whole episode. There was, like, this whole episode where he, is fighting, God, I can't remember what it was. He's fighting this one monster. Here, you know what? Let me just look it up. Is it Striga? Yeah. Striga. It's never explained what it is. It's just like, there's a scene where Geralt knows what it is. And he's like, oh shit, I gotta go take care of that. And then he goes and like, they don't explain what he's doing, or like how he's meant to beat this thing, or like what it is, or what's going on. But what it is a monster that is cursed. It turns females into a monster that's like a bloodthirsty monster, and what you have to do to lift the curse is that you have to keep they have like a coffin that they sleep in. And to lift the curse, you have to keep the Striga out of its coffin for the entire night until like the first light of dawn, and then the curse is lifted. So they just have like this big fight sequence, and then they get to the room with the coffin, and he's just able to keep her out of the coffin, and when the light comes through, and she like turns back to a normal human, and then nothing's ever explained about it. It's just like, that's just it. And you're like, okay. Now she's a girl now? Like, did he do it? Did he win? That's a win, right? He won? They had a bunch of eyes on them, though. They could have just waited till after the season to do a Yenny spinoff. They could have. But they didn't. I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with it. It was their decision. Okay, place this, please. But yeah, that's like every single monster is like that in that. It's like there never feels like there's a whole lot of tension, because you don't know what any of the monsters are actually capable of. Nothing's ever explained, or how he's like meant to defeat them or whatever. It's just like, here's a monster. Woo! How will Geralt have defeated this one? And then he does the thing, and it's never explained. I don't know. I just didn't like that. It's not like you really got to see that a whole lot in it anyway. Because most of the time you were just like in like sorcerer politics with Yennefer and the other sorcerers. It's a thing. He's gonna do a thing. Like, it was like, whenever I would see one of the monsters, I'd be like, oh, I think I know which one that is, and then I would, like, look it up. I would have to look it up. Like, remember what the name of it is, and, like, what they can do, and all that. And, like, how you're supposed to, like, defeat them and whatever. And being like, oh, man, that's really cool. I wish they would explain all this in the show. But they just never do. I think it's supposed to be like, for the people who know what these monsters are, all you Witcher lore fans out there who know all these monsters, it's like, it would have been better off if you had just like explained it every time a new monster would show up, so then everyone could enjoy it. Researching for your viewing pleasure. Yeah. There was another one that tries to kill Ciri. I don't remember what it was called. Dragon Jin. Mora. Sylvan. What is the one that's like a... First one, that's right. Like, they just, I don't know, they just don't tell you anything. It's really lame. Like, there could be some, it could be some tension if he doesn't know what he's dealing with yet. Like, you could show, like, what do they call it? Dramatic irony, when the viewer has more information than the character. It's like showing all the monster, what it's doing, like, before Geralt, like, while Geralt collects clues about it, and then he finally figures out what it is. Like, that's how it works in the game, is like, you'll go and collect clues about something, and then you're like, ah, yes, I'm dealing with this thing. Better look at my bestiary entry for it. And then he opens up his book, and he's like, all right, this is how you're supposed to deal with this thing. But that never happens once in the series. And to gatekeep the Witcher game community instead of getting all the new people who got interested in it and understand anything about the game. Be good exposure for the show. Yeah. I never read the books, so I feel like I can't be like super critical about it. But I just feel like they could have done so much more with it that they didn't. I mean, the series is called Witcher. I didn't go in there expecting to be watching like 70% of the show about Yennefer's backstory and like the sorcerer's like thing. I mean, fair enough, that kind of sounds like half the plot of an old show called Charmed. Never heard of it. What is that? Damn, there's some tough dirt on this. Yeah, I mean, as a casual Witcher enjoyer, not somebody who got like super hardcore into it, even I was like, man, I really feel like they missed the mark on this one. Like, Yennefer's cool and she's interesting, and so are the sorceresses and all that, but it was like, why make that like the main focus of the story? It feels more like Geralt and all the Witcher stuff that he does, and like his story with Ciri is like the backseat to the show. Like, that's the sub story to the show. Must have been a power surge while I was napping. PC was off. Wow. She wasn't even lurking me. Well, that's unfortunate. Welcome back, though. Did you have a good nap? We were just complaining. Well, mostly me. I was just complaining about the Witcher Netflix series. Because we were talking about the game. You're listening on your phone. Oh. She's still getting her channel points. Oh. I gotta get on this side. Yeah, this side. How was your nap, Sean? Did I get food, though? Oh, podcast mode, okay. What are you getting today? BK again? Or are you feeling more Mackies? I'll probably go out and get something to eat after stream as well. Pretty much three sisters find their way out that they are special good witches and have unique powers inherent in a special spell book that has all kind of info on spells and monsters, and would constantly get attacked by different kinds of entities. Have to figure out what they are to research how to defeat it in the book and survive, basically. Yeah, that would have been way more interesting than what we got. Because there's a huge bestiary that the Witcher can pull from. Like, there's so many different monsters that they could use and situations to be put in, and then they just don't. Like, they kind of do, but it's like, you know, they kind of, it feels like they just kind of put them in just to have like an action scene with Geralt. Like, see? He's hunting monsters. Actually, I might order pizza in. Pizza. She's got the pizza effect. romance and drama involved and kind of takes over in the later seasons. Yawn. I'm sure it was a good show. Romance and drama just just sounds like yawn when you compare it to they have a spell book that keeps the lists of monsters and spells that they can use to defeat the monsters, and they're constantly fighting for their survival against all these different monsters that are trying to get them. And then Terry, he's this really hot guy, and he shows up, and they're both like interested in him, but he's like not, but like kind of. He's like cool but hard to get. I have no idea. I've never seen the show. I'd never even heard of it up until then. Maybe I have heard of it, but I don't know. One of those shows that somebody might talk about, and I'm just like, my brain has shut off, and like I wasn't listening because I'd never heard of it. Not far off. Jeez. I suppose that's better than the other one. Clearly you know the tropes. I know the other trope where it's there's a powerful girl, but she must choose between hot guy A or hot guy B. One of them is cool and laid back, and the other one's sporty. So Gary goes on. Of course, I'm expecting him to say something interesting about atmospherics, like how the volcano is affecting our local weather system. He says, yeah, you notice that we're getting more clouds than normal. And I can say, go on, Gary. Go on. One sparkles, the other's extra hairy. One of them likes poetry, and the other one works at a veterinarian shelter as a volunteer. And they're both super interested. Thank you for the lurk, Hannah. Good to see you. Did I mention one's a werewolf and the other's a vampire? God, what a stupid series. I feel like the only reason I would ever watch Twilight is to make fun of it more accurately. That's toxic, though. It's so toxic. Also, it's way past its prime. I feel like if I started making jokes about Twilight, people would be like, what? Oh, that show? You know that was released in like 20 years ago, right? The sands of time are moving on, paisano. had to watch the first movie already and hear about the books more than needed. Is that from someone you know? Who forced you? It's okay, this is a safe space. I have to use the trident attachment for this. Never seen, but rather when it was a big craze everywhere, nowhere was safe. Oh yeah, everyone was talking about it. And you're like, ah, fine. I guess I'll see what they're talking about. And then you watch it and you're like, wow, this sucks. Why are they playing baseball? My sister and mother were into it. Yeah. I think mine were too. I don't remember. Probably were. Like how they were into 50 Shades of Grey, which was like an erotic fanfic of, I think, Twilight? I don't remember. Which I heard about endlessly for like a whole year, and then nobody ever talked about it again, except for like in passing jokes. And that one meme where, from the movie, where the guy's like, my tastes are a little unconventional. And then he opens up the door and it's like a bunch of like Teletubbies or something. Some weird shit. I don't think I would ever watch that movie. I'd probably fall asleep. Snooze fest. If you enjoy it, don't let me stop you from enjoying it. But I don't think I would enjoy that movie whatsoever. Probably would not enjoy the books either. It's like Twilight. I might enjoy Twilight just as like, because it's goofy. Like it's trying really hard to be serious, but I'd be laughing at it because some of the things I've seen about it are just so ridiculous. And also they have that like blue filter over it, that like super overpowering blue filter over it to make it look more like edgy and sad or whatever. I don't know what they're doing with it. And all I'll be able to think about is how much Robert Pattinson hates being there the entire time. I'll be looking at Edward and be like, man, he really does not want to be there right now. I think I was in any relationship during 50 Shades, so I was spared watching it. That's good. "50 Shades" comes out and suddenly your girlfriend wants you to start wearing suits. Speaking of suits, for the RE4 remake, I was like, should I get his... Somebody has uploaded a mod for his noir skin from RE2 and his hair. And I was like, should I do that and then put on my, like, suit vest? Because I have one that looks pretty similar to it. Oh, fuck. Suit up. Then I was like, I don't know. It sounds like a lot of work. For probably not a lot of payoff. I was only thinking about it. Well, I was thinking about it because I saw that noir outfit in DBD. And I was like, oh, I have a suit vest that looks almost just like that. Aren't you like dying in the Leon outfit though? No. It was kind of hot because like it's like a leather jacket meant to be warm. But a suit vest and like dress shirt would not be that warm. It'd be about as warm as what I'm wearing right now. What is that one? Hamsterize. You know, I saw that one and I added it because I thought you would like it, and then you just like never found it and never used it. I guess I could like rename it to something else, but I don't know what else I would rename it to. I looked up eyes and saw it. Wait till Melu finds it. I added some new emotes. I can't remember what they were called though. I think one of them is careful in all caps. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Careful, SpongeBob. Saw it in trending. What could be worse than a giant paint bubble? I know. 2 giant paint bubbles. Classic Sponge Boy me Bob. How I miss it. What other ones did I add? I don't remember.
What are you doing on computer?
Well,
Go outside.
it's
so
Moo.
beautiful.
Hello, Moo and friends. Welcome in. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? Hello everyone. My name is Red. I like red pandas. I play a variety of games. I've been playing Honkai Star Rail and Powerwash recently, and we're gonna do RE4 Professional soon. I was oh, you're playing Redfall. Run into any performance issues? Were you able to actually play it? Yeah, welcome in everyone. Moo's a good friend of ours as well, so anybody who's watching right now, make sure to follow Moo. She's very nice. Finish Amanda the Adventure, then played a little Redfall. I've heard and seen some things about Redfall. Very laggy. In Donkey's words, 14 frames per second on the lowest setting. I've heard it's very laggy and very, very, very busted. Oh, thank you for follow. Tomo arigato. What, Redfall? Someone help him up. Sheesh. Help, I've fallen. And I can't get up. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid, Moo. It's good seeing you again. I hope you like that new shout out thing. I like the sound effect I got for it. I listened to a lot of free sound effects. Like a lot of them before I decided on like the mouse click. Should have got me life alert. Yeah, should have. Life alert, help me. You fall down, you idiot. You stupid idiot. What were you doing? Falling over? Aren't you gonna call the police or something? Say please. I like that a lot. Yeah, it's really nice. Char sent me it, the overlay. I can't remember the name of the person who made it. But she got it. Char got it. She's like, wow, look how nice this is. You should get it too. I was like, okay, I'll get it too. And then I got it too. I was impressed that you could add up to 3 sounds for it. But also kind of weird that you can't adjust how long each one lasts. Like how long the entire thing lasts. But either way, it's nice. I like it. Now she's making me get Mix It Up so I can do automatic shoutouts to save her poor fingers. I read someone who had it and asked them about it. They sent me a whisper with the link and just share all the resources with Red. I have to type 3 things. I tried to set it up with the Stream Elements bot where when you did like the shoutout command, it would also do... Can you get off the ladder? Good lord. To do the slash command as well, but it wouldn't do it, so I was like, never mind. Bots don't do it, yeah. I was trying to see if there was a way to be able to do it, but they don't. Mix It Up doesn't either. How bothersome. I didn't even notice. That's surprising though that they can't do that. Couldn't you just like do the shoutout command and then as an action follow up with a text command to just do slash shoutout? Or can they just not do slash commands at all? I don't really much into it, but I know anything about being able to do it. Guess we'll look into it. Yeah, the completely fully automated shoutout. Yeah, if anybody's rated in with Moo and you're still like hanging around and you need to go take a break or something, definitely go do that. Go walk around for a while. I'm sure she was streaming for a bit. Get some water and stuff. But don't you dare leave me. You better come back. Exclamation self-care. I'm not that thoughtful. I didn't make a self-care command. I see butt. Sorry, Red. Pretty much anything I implement, people try to do here. It's true. That's why you send me all the resources whenever you get something new. You're like, you should add this too, because people are going to try to use it. I gotta make a self-care command now. What should we write for it? What do you think? Should I be sincere in it, or should I be cheeky? It'd be more on brand to be cheeky. You know. You better take care. Or lose your knees. You may lose your knees regardless. But anyway, welcome in, Noodle. How are you? Noodle, chatting. I gotta add chatting to my emotes. Just tired, woke up. Just woke up. Eepy. Gumpy. How long until somebody uses Licka to notice that I have a different Licka? I've been waiting, but nobody's done it. Thank you, Noodle. I need to add chatting. Oh, you already added it. Let's go. I gotta refresh my chat. Hold on. Ham dance. Ham boogie. Yeah, I was looking at Red Panda emotes, and that one was called like Cam Lick or something like that. I saw it. I showed it to Shar, and she's like, "You should just rename it to Licka." Trying to feel alive right now. You should try Rogue Energy. Promo code Kiwi Trash Panda. I was sleeping in the sun yesterday again. Bruh. Lobster moment. No one else would ever use it. Yeah, sometimes when I'll see an emote that I want people to use, I just have to like rename it to like words that people will more likely type. You advertise it more than I do. You're welcome. Save 20%. Or use any of your other promo codes and use the referral link. This PR agent on God. It's like whenever somebody talks about Prime or subs with Prime, I do a whole Amazon Prime sub spiel, and then you're like, oh my God, Red, stop. Get rogue today, backstabs enemy, does an extra 3d6. God, I can't jump while I'm holding this. Oh, this was a mistake. Put it down. Just put it there. Put it there. Put it there. What about Rogue? You would have had the energy to outrun me. Slowly pulls out a knife. What a shame. Is your life really not worth $35? Or a shaker starter kit, which is like 20 bucks. You too can have a booba cup. Only $20 to save your own life. What a steal. Get it, because rogue steal. Be here all week. I'm gonna make rogue commercials for Char, how Internet Historian makes NordVPN commercials. I don't think I've ever seen NordVPNs. Or Internet Historians NordVPN commercials. I know some of those YouTubers get pretty creative with them. It's a whole story. Yeah, it's like some YouTube creators, it's just like, but first a word from our sponsor, and then like the audio is like completely different, like they recorded it separately and it's just them reading off a script. Or then there's the people who are like segue into it and they wrote an entirely like separate story for that episode for their NordVPN sponsor. You lose your mind every time. It's insane. Oof, link deleted. Feels bad, man. I just checked my voicemails thinking I'd missed a job call. I listened at some bank calling me about my ex's Visa's card. Oh, okay. Did you just call him back and say cancel it? What were they calling you for about it? Do you have his card? This me as a contact when he opened it? Oh, that makes sense. I don't know, for like stuff like that, I always list a family member because they have no choice. They're stuck with me forever. Tell them to cancel it. Yeah, that's what I said. Visa card, cancel it. Hard inquire his credit score while you're at it. Fuck it. Send a message, spoke to him, and I don't know, or 1 or 2 years, said your bank trying to contact me, call them back. I don't know. If it was mine, I don't know. I don't even know if I would send him send him a message. Send them a message. Or just be like, oh no, he's broke, so whatever he owes you gotta send to X for collection or some shit. Shark texted her ex. Heck you. Drake plays in the distance. B? Uh-oh, you've been downgraded from Zaddy to B. Had to look him up on Facebook. Awkward. Yeah, who is this? You're way too nice. Gary goes on. Naturally, I'm still expecting him to bring it back to rushless and weather systems. It says, and of course, the river's dried up and all the cats have gone missing. Wow, I think this is interesting. I've heard of deer going inland before a thunderstorm. Maybe cats are sensitive to the weather too. I say, go on, Gary, a third time. Ooh, he's about to say something crazy. Say something wacky. Just contacted him on Facebook by making a public post saying, bank is calling you about your debt. Not sure why you're dodging them to be a point they contact me, but call them back. I would told the bank to take my number off the contacts and had them figure out among themselves. I would have done the same thing, but I'd be like, oh, well, take my number off and try calling him again. Usually work at the same place as the only truly got away from him when I quit my job at the beginning of 2022. Call them tomorrow, yeah. Probably do that, yeah. Yeah. Let's set a reminder. Ham Boogie. Did you change it to Ham Boogie or is it still Ham Dance? Ham Boogie and Ham Dance. Oh, my mistake. No. You're thinking of Ham Boogie. I'm talking about Ham Dance. Hand over Branya, buddy. I can put her back up on support if you want. She's mine, though. When she uses her ult, she stomps. And then she goes, crush them. I remove Ham Boogie because Ham Dance is a longer, better version. Do you think you'll just replace Ham Boogie with that one and then just call Ham Dance Ham Boogie? I just renamed Ham Dance to Ham Boogie on mine. Oh, well, I guess that answers my question then. Crush them? Yeah, that's what she says. It's like a shot of her stomping her boot on the ground. And then something about like the enemy is weak or something like that. Crush them. Better be with thighs, or what's the point? Yeah. I believe that's what she does. It's either that or she shoots him with a gun. One or the other. Maybe did on mine too? Yeah, I saw that. I had to refresh my chat. What is it? Bronya. Voiceovers. Combat. Is it combat? Where's her voice lines? There it is. Oh, they just don't have anything in it. Bronya. Old voice line. Speak on a noodle. That's Japanese. Okay, you know what? Fuck it. We don't get to know, because I tried looking it up and everyone's like, voice lines in Japanese. Butt Kai Star Rail. Yeah, it's Honkai Star Rail. Butt Kai. And yeah, I added chatting. Yeah, I can put my Bronya back up, but somebody else has their Bronya on my friends list up. I can't remember who it was. Somebody else has Bronya up as a support character, so I was like, oh, I want to put it as something like other people don't have up. Lloyd, I think? Is it Lloyd? I'm a good mod. Yes, let's all take a moment to thank Char for adding cock attack. Thanks, Char. I went into your stream and typed that, and you're like, what the? It's relevant on your channel. And what other one did I add? I should just go on 7TV and then look at my emotes so I can remember which ones I added. Oh yeah, I added the Kek Me one that Asta wanted. And maximum power. Me when I buff up my Sela with Tingyun and Bronya. Both of their bursts and skills. And then I hit him with the enhanced Sela burst. I thought the he cooked one was so funny because I've had that image of Woody on my hard drive for like years, for like a very, very long time. Just because I saw it and I was like, oh, that's a funny picture. And then I saved it. And then I see it in trending as he cooked. Actually, you know what? There is a extension or a plugin that I added back on OBS, and I never tried to see if it worked. Well, let's see if it worked. Oh, it does work. Let's go. It's I added the screenshot thing back. The screen grab. Scrab for short. That's good. I also saw that one tweet that's like Stream Effects, like free alternatives for all these different things that Stream Effects did. I haven't had to use any of them yet. I've seen some people say that like the Stream Effects plugin has stopped being supported, but I think mine still works, so I haven't really had to do anything with it. Internet is being reset. Be right back. Yeah. Good luck out there with no internet. How will she know when the pizza's coming? She'll just have to stand at the door and wait. No internet, no pizza tracker. Next one. Next panel. Oh, we're already at 5.5 hours. I didn't even realize. I'm just chilling. You know who I want is, I want Tingyun. Rock hand her over. I guess I can't complain too much because I have Bronya and her best in slot. Just by like pure chance. Trade. He wants Bronya. It's like when I got Bennett and then like 3 pulls later I got the kill of Favonia. And I like haven't taken it off of him since. Even though it's not like the most optimal thing anyway, like it's usually better to just run like Favonius on him, which lowers the energy requirement for the rest of your team. But also, like, who else are you gonna bet a Kayla Favonia on? Like, nobody. Physical damage Kaching? That ship has already sailed because I C6 my Bennett. Plus, that's like her objectively worse way to play her now that Dendro's out. Put it on Chi-Chi. Physical Chi-Chi. That's just a meme. Pretty sure my Ben is running it too. You really can't underestimate the survivability that the passive gives you on that thing. It's like you get hit, and it just like nullifies like one hit, basically. You'll switch to Bennett and just get hit. Instead of taking like half your damage, it just like heals you instead and does a bunch of damage. But the amount that, like, having a Favonius user on your team, like, the amount of energy recharge that, like, lowers for the rest of your team is actually kind of insane. Like, if you're running a Favonius weapon, like, everyone on your team can go down by, like, 10 to 20% ER requirement. Hello, I returneth. Returneth. Welcome back, Shar. Did I add? Oh, okay, I did. No, wait, I did add it. Because I'm pretty sure I found it. I was like, did I add XD? But then I was like, oh wait, no, I found it and then sent it to you. Like, I added it and then I added it for you because I thought you'd find it funny. XD. Oh yeah, emotes and channel? Just some I'm like, remove that. And I'm like, okay, give it a few months. And then like 2 months later, you see it again and you're like, oh, okay, we can add it. And then you think it's funny. Like, ain't no way. You don't know me. Just gotta get her used to it, yeah. She loves the me emote now? Yeah, she does. She told me. That did literally happen with Ain't No Way, though. She's like, I don't get why you think skeletons are funny. Like, what's your thing with skeletons? And then, like, 2 months later, you thought Ain't No Way was funny.
You know what? I think we're gonna be friends.
FR.
For real, for real. Thank you for the resub. 1 year, Esther, let's go. That means you got the cool guy sunglass badge. Asta from Honkai Star Rail. Welcome in, how are you? Put your book away, buddy. Oh, hello, sweet, as well. Welcome in. How are you? Put that book away, buddy. Sweet. Sweet. Oh my god. It's sweet. Hello, buddy. Good, how are you? I'm doing pretty good, thanks. Kind of hungry, but I was gonna eat after stream. buddy. He cooked. Day's chill. Last day of my break until I go back to work tomorrow. Ew. Is it really like your last day of break when you spend the entire day thinking about how you have to go back to work tomorrow? Damn. And look at all these guys showing up. Hell yeah.
You know what? I think we're gonna be friends.
4 months, goddamn.
4 months, goddamn XD.
XD. And hello. Enzo, so hot right now. Thank you for the resub. 4 months, god dang. How's it going, Ant? Did I ever change my hype command, or is it still the stupid one that I made? Oh no, that's right. We changed it to we changed it to the kazoo kid. It used to just be in all lowercase letters. It would respond with hype, and that's it. Ooh, 77? Bruh, you got blocked. Char blocked you from doing your red check. 86%, way above average, Ant. That's almost like a 9 out of 10. Above average. Oh, she's still adding emotes. I have to refresh. I can't see them. I haven't done mine. Well, let me refresh my chat so I can see it. What the fuck is that emote? Well, yeah, I mean, naturally. Lore accurate. I mean, was there any doubt? Rigged? I mean, and 2? Obama. 20 bits, Char. Obama. Soda. Did I add new sound alerts? I don't even remember. I feel like I did. I don't remember what they were, though. What are they? Oh, no, it was just the Leon help one. And then that farty one. Fart one that Char made me add. Thank you, Brock, for that. I don't remember how much it was worth, but thank you for the fart. I think it was 100. Thank you for starting a hype train as well. I guess the 2 sniffs as well. Fart train, he cooked. Let's go. Because we went on the Sound Alerts website. And they're like, add a fart sound. And I was going through them, and then that one played, and it was like so loud. Yeah. She's like, add that one, add that one, add that one. Thank you for 100 bits, Aston. Sniff. Oh. That clip kills me. Yeah, because it was like that one, and then there was like another one that was like super long. And I was like, what the fuck is this? You cry every time you watch it. Oh, you know what I need
You know
to
what?
add?
I think we're gonna be friends.
Rock, thank you so much for gifting a sub to Noodle. 3 total, let's go. Nude, enjoy those emotes. Ack. You know what I need to add? I'll make it the same amount as well. I might need to turn it down a little bit. Peak Army Rise. Peekin'? Any peekers? I'm gonna refresh this. Okay, there we go. There it is. You already knew what I was adding. Thank you for 50 bits, Sean. I'll need the emote as well, that's right. Did you add the emote? I can't see it. It'd be easier to just go to your channel and see. No! Didn't. Okay. Oh god, I can see you adding emotes to yours as well. All the Hamtaro ones. Screamed at. Can you add it? I don't know where it is on yours. I got a satellite to wash. Screaming at me. Pufferfish. God, that was just like around, like everywhere for like a month. That pufferfish video. Thank you, Ant, for 50 bits. Oh. You never saw? Whoops. Just opened an emote on accident. Never saw the pufferfish video until I heard the noise in Amber's stream. Oh, yeah. It's so dumb. And just a little bit dark. 10 in Amber's. Oh, maybe I should reduce the price of mine. I'm not like a premium streamer or anything. Too cheap. Poor cat gets triggered by it. You can only do so much, you know. Just a pufferfish going og. What can you reasonably expect? Animals can make such weird noises. It gets played more in your stream, Char, even though it's more bits. Appreciate this. I summered pandas last month at a wildlife thing. Oh, yeah? Did you? Like up close or just like wildlife thing? I saw some red pandas on vacation. It was sick. The sound they make is like squeaking. Stops me in tracks and spooks me. I don't know how she reacts. Gets spooked. Spooked by Og. They were sleepy, so they didn't move much. Cute though. Not up close. They were sleeping in trees. Oh yeah. They're what's the word for it? Oh, thank you guys so much for the hype train. Was it level 2? Let's go. God damn. 3 subs, 320 bits. Thank you guys so much. Oh, I got an emote too.
2?
Choo choo cock attack. Hype creep. 2? What's the word for it? Their pandas are active during the morning and the evening, and then they sleep like during the day and the night. Same though. Just like me for real. On God. On God. Me too. I wish I could be like that. And they'll wake up and eat some bamboo and then go back to sleep. Very little nutritional value. Just like me, for real. Wake up and have some pizza rolls. Go back to sleep. Oh, fuck. Have some ramen noodles. Make a pack of ramen, call it a day. That's basically what I did before a stream. I had one of those Maruchan yakisoba, like $1 noodle meals before I started the stream. 7 a.m. right now, and I woke up at 5 a.m. Just want to sleep all day. Let me off the ladder. Do that still. There. Put their handprint there. I don't remember what the word is for it. I wish I did. This Path of Exile build I'm doing stupid just tanks pretty much any damage and kills monster just by walking near them. I've seen a lot of stupid Path of Exile builds where it's just like you set off a reaction, like you trigger a chain reaction that just constantly causes things around you to explode, and then you just walk near enemies and they die. Hello, Mel. Welcome in. Woke up with the worst neck cramp and then got that meme I sent. Char said the universe is testing me. The universe is testing you? Which one is that? Oh, yeah. The finally gets 8 hours of sleep. Yeah, but you did it wrong. 3? I'll give it a shot. I'm already like, I can only go down from here because my first one was 100. So 42, the answer to everything. Self-sleep. Listening to Sweet. You two should do an audiobook. Me and Sweet. Here he says, it's all aliens. They're using our water to create clouds to disguise their activity, which is to steal all our natural resources. Cats are their recon units, and they're currently reporting back on dissenters. Guess who I heard this from? The mayor himself. We're days away from an invasion, mark my words. And not again, this time backing well away. This is goddamn aliens. I'd pay for that. One of these days, he'll actually do an audiobook. One of these days. Hopefully you fell asleep before I started being loud. You guys playing something or what? You better. You know what's good for you. Remember I had talked about doing it a couple times. Man, I forgot I had that fucking thing. Got Hacking Survivor DVD last night. Poor Spirit was so confused. I thought I downed you. Nice. Nice. Is it one of those like survivors they couldn't down? Was it one of those subtle hackers where they like go just a little bit faster? Or is it one of those hackers where they're like flying around and like vaulting through the air and then like picking themselves up over and over? And some human built to perfection. They had thousands of pebbles. They were teleporting to us to unhook, and we'd heal randomly, nowhere near anyone. The other stuff sounds annoying, but the infinite pebble sounds really funny. The pebble with no cooldown. Should just go around and go do this. Oops. I still wish there was a walk button. Maybe someday they'll add it. It hooked me and I was off the hook for other people, but not myself, so I couldn't be down for a hot minute. The sprint burst early invasion was great. Pebble too strong needs a nerf. I told Char that if I were to play DBD again, even though I don't have access to the perks, I would run No Mither, Tenacity, Unbreakable, Soul Guard, so then I could never be slugged. They would have to hook me no matter what, because if there's one thing that I really hate in Dead by Daylight is killers that slug you and then just stand over you for 4 minutes. I hate it so much, I can't stand it. Getting my flu shot tomorrow? Uh-oh. You'll be fine. Flu shot's not so bad. It's like 2 seconds and you're over with it. Come hold your hand, Mellow. Yeah, see, there you go. Noodle will hold your hand as well. You should be like, yeah, look at me, Mel. It's going to be okay. I'll hold your hand. Oh, wow, that is a big needle. No, she wouldn't do that. Probably. You're not invited to the doctor's office anymore. Last time I got mine, Lily said, haven't done this in a while. Oh, it's been a minute. I hope I remember how to do it. Alright, give me your arm. Huh? Really, I think the best thing a doctor can do for that anticipation anxiety is like give you the shot. They can just be like, okay, I'm gonna pinch you so then I can see where the vein is, all right? And then just give you the shot. And they're like, all right, are you ready for the shot? They're like, okay, I'm ready. I already gave it to you. If I was a nurse, I'd just do that for shits and giggles. Oh man, it's been a while. It's like you did a shot like 5 minutes ago. Still a bit drunk. Let's see if we get this first try. My hand ain't as steady as it used to be, but they wouldn't fire me, so... I couldn't get disability, so here we go. Try to hold real still. I was always off-put how overly happy variety nurses would get seeing my veins. Or are you very vascular as well, Vlad? I'd be the one going, I think this goes in your shoulder? Don't quote me, though. It's not always easy to see veins, Vlad. Look, there's nothing to be worried about, okay? It only takes like 2 seconds. But it is imperative that you stay completely still, okay? You have to remain completely still. Who knows what will happen? Okay, here we go. If it's just seeing mine no matter when they try, so seeing them right makes it easier with the poor things. Yeah, mine, I've never had any trouble getting shots because I have, like, it's very easy to see my veins. Like, I'm sure if I, like, hold my arm up, you could probably see them. I don't even know if the arm... Like, you can sort of see them. If it focuses. Just that, but everywhere, basically. Whenever they tried draw blood from me, they gotta lull the veins out with alcohol. Give it a little rub. Oh, the weirdo that will stare at it like getting shots or blood tests done because I'm fine with it. My sister was always like super interested in it. She would like go to get her shot. She would go to donate blood so she could watch them do it. I know, but they just tend to extra chatty about it and smiles start getting a little creepy. Wow, your veins. You look like you have so much blood. So much blood in your veins. And I can see them so clearly. I hated getting shots, but after I got tattooed, I was like, meh. I know some people that are like that as well. That are like, are covered in tattoos, but they're afraid of getting shots. Lesnar's is looking at his veins like an episode of True Blood or something. Oh, your veins. I can see them so clearly. I feel like I could just reach in there and just pull them right out. You seen that meme with the, again, the veins in a neck? In somebody's neck and they're like, bad cable management, rip it out and do it again. I got piercings and I'm fine with shots, but tattoos terrify me. Sometimes I'll like think about getting one, but then I just never do. I'm like, what would I get as a tattoo? And then I'll like look at stuff and then be like, I don't know. And then I think about how I'd want like a really good one. And then if I got a really good one, it'd probably be really expensive. And then by that time, I'm usually like, whatever. I'm not thinking about it anymore. Get Keck W as a tattoo. What the? I wanted Keck W. This is clearly Keck L. So you need to get more tattoos, but it's so expensive. Yeah, that's what I always think of. I always like, once I get to the part of where it's probably going to cost a lot of money, that's where it ends. I was like, oh yeah, money. That's right. Never mind. Need one for me, mom. For me, mum. I know what I want as a tattoo, just never get around to it. Noodle sorta drew what I would want. Like the idea. The Oni samurai red panda. I was like, that sounds cool. But I think like at bare minimum, it'd probably end up costing like $300 because I want like really, really high quality art that would take a long time to do. And then I worry about the art not coming out like how I would want it. So then I was like, I'd probably have them like I'd probably want somebody to draw something beforehand, which is even more money. Tattoos need finishing. You have a tattoo? This is clearly Keck finger. Need to book a tattoo. I want to get my thighs covered in tats. Thigh tats. Try $300 per session. Yeah. And then they got to do like 5 layers or some shit. Thighs, chomp. Yeah, it's covered in tattoos, so I kind of get lots of them, but pain and money. I was gonna get a music tattoo on my arm for my birthday, but I forgot. You fool gore. Thighs, you say? Licka? Want tattoos, but they're very low on the priority list. Yeah, they just end up being like a luxury cost thing that I'll probably just find something else that I would rather buy before I get it. I just do thick line work tattoos and it costs me 200 plus. We have thighs at home. Chicken thighs? Get 'em, Mel. Get 'em. Someone gives me a ton of money for somewhere, somehow I can get tattooed. Me sitting at my work behind the lotto machine looking at the prizes, like, man, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice just to win a jackpot of like $10,000? Not even like the millions and millions. If I win the lottery just once. And then I'm like, this is exactly the thinking that they use to be predatory on selling. Because they're like literally like monetizing hopes and dreams, basically. There's one big win. 90% of all gamblers quit just before their one big win. Powerball's 8 million right now and closes in 30 minutes. Yeah, sometimes I think about getting a ticket and then I'm like, I don't know. Like, it's not harmful. It's not like super harmful to buy like it once every, like, super rarely, but it's still feeding into it, which I don't really like. But you know, it's just hard to sit there at my gas station job and then just stare at like this huge amount of money and think about how different my life could be. I'm like, oh man, I know how to get by on so much less than this. I could just stream and be happy. Check out here in Sweden's 32 million US dollars. And then taxes take like 75% of it. Like literally 75% of it. If you take the lump sum anyway. Max in New Zealand, 50 million. Right back. Get food. Move you to Shard. Are you telling me to get food or you're getting food? Getting that pizza. Friend is in Japan at the moment. You store at a store full of Hoyo merch? Bruh. Can you get me a mist splitter? You're telling me to get food? 75% of 50 million would still set me up for life. Yeah, I mean, like, even still, it's like 75. Well, 25%. 25% of that winning. Even if it was like the mega jackpot, you're still like a couple hundred million. Like when it was like in the billions recently. She bought a 6-foot cutout of Yai Miko. Fair. Yai Miko Steppy. Weren't you meant to go, Brock? To Japan? Oh yeah, August. That'll be fun. And then you can also get a 6-foot Yai Miko. Just 1 million would be nice. Shit, just like a couple thousand would be nice. I'm like, do I stay at this job that I'm in, knowing that at the end of the year I'll get like a bonus of like a couple thousand? Probably. Like I'm willing to stay at a job for like a whole year just because I might get a couple thousand at the end. Sorry. Hey, even $100. I mean, depending on how much you spent on it. There was a lady who works at my store who won a big jackpot on a scratch off that was like in the tens of thousands of dollars. And then she went and just bought a truck with it. And I'm like, what? Tell me you're well off enough without telling me you're well off enough. Where you get that much money and then you're just like, I'm gonna go buy a new truck. Made some fucking money. It would help with studying too. It's always people who have won before here that win again. Butts who have butted before that to win again. Yeah. Guys, it's kind of like I don't know, any of the vices. Like gambling. It's like, oh man, you look at all those big numbers and how life-changing that could be for you. And then I just think about all the people that come in every single day and buy a bunch of like lottery tickets and scratch-offs. And I've never seen them win anything more than like $100. Like maybe on a very rare occasion they win like 150 or something. Definitely going negative. Or how I've like never smoked in my life ever. Or, like vaped. And I was like, wow, the action of that seems like it would be soothing. Like you can just hang out. And you're basically just deep breathing, but also deep breathing, but it's cherry flavored. And then I see people come in and they spend like $35 on it like every couple days. And who knows like how bad it is for you. For sure. Like, it's not worth it. Wonder if people who won are more likely to buy again since they had a taste of winning. Maybe. They're like, they get all that money and they're like, oh man, I could spend all of this on lottery, which drastically raises my chances of winning again. If I had ever won one of those mega jackpots, like where you get like millions of dollars, I don't think I would ever like do lottery again. I feel like I would have no need to. I would have no desire to. I can take all the time I want to get a job that I like. And just do whatever I want with my time. People are addicted to slot machines. Oh yeah, like those elderly people that just sit there for like 6 hours. I was given a $20 Powerball ticket for my birthday last year, and when they jackpot 26 million, I'm just like, I would have preferred the $20. People who win the big prize spend it within a year and usually get into debt. Yeah, they like have so much money they don't know what to do with it and they just go crazy. They don't know how to control themselves. They don't know how to rein it in. I cannot walk up this. Stop. Why is this like the hardest thing to do ever? Remember reading something about like 9% of lotto winners are broke after a year? Yeah, they spent all their winnings within like a year and then they're back to like their same old life. Catch me in Hawaii just chilling. think I would use that money to accomplish some financial goals that I want. That I have already, like, I'm already saving up for. And then use that money to basically just buy time. And think of things that I want to use it for. Probably reinvest a portion of it. So at least I'm making capital on something that I can't spend. I would just buy some clothes, pay off debt, and then put it away in savings account for later. Not so creative. I just don't want to struggle and have to stock up on ramen to have food for the month. Feeling it. I'd pay off my student loans and my parents' mortgage, and I don't know what then, to be honest. Buy some yum food. Have money for your studies and not have to loan money for it. Yeah. I just wish we were in a time, in an economy, where we don't have to look at the lottery and be like, oh man, my life, I could get my life like on track and do things that I wanted to do if only I had that money. Like paying off loans and shit. And not just looking at it like, oh man, if I won that, oh, I would take a day trip to Hawaii. Not drinking myself stupid. Making your payments for student loans here basically double what they are currently, which is crage. What the fuck? I went to college for a semester, and I had to pay $8,000 in student loans. It took me like 3 or 4 years to pay it off fully, because I was doing the minimum payment. Pay off my credit card and then cut that credit card, just can't use that anymore. I actually have a credit card. I like almost exclusively use my credit card and then pay it off immediately. Like as soon as like the statement goes up, I just pay it off immediately. Just so it's like I'm basically using a debit card, but I'm building credit. I've never once, and I don't think I ever plan to, use a credit card in a way where it's like, well, I don't have the money right now, but I could pay it off over time. Unless I'm making like a really big purchase. Like a big important purchase, like not something I would do on a credit card. Like it was like mortgaging a house or some shit. I use my credit card. Is my paycheck ain't enough to do so? I do monthly installments. That's so sad. This country be fucking me over. God damn. Great credit then at least? Yeah. My credit's been going up, which is good. I guess that's good. I don't know. Credit's a scam. Credit score is a scam. It makes sense in theory, but then like in practice, it's just like, what the fuck does any of this mean? My imaginary score went down because somebody looked at it to see if I had enough points to have a credit card. My imaginary points went down because I don't have enough credit cards in my account. Who can trust somebody to buy or pay off their debts if they only have one credit card that they pay off regularly? In the US is just good. Here it's bad. Yeah, ain't that a bitch? Oop, took a peek. You're worth nothing now. That was my first ever experience with applying for a credit card. I got one of those letters in the mail from my own bank that was like, you are pre-approved to get one of our credit cards. I was like, oh, no way. I'll get one of those and I can build my credit score off of it. And then they're like, okay, we'll just need to hard check your credit score. And so they did. They hard inquired my credit score. And they're like, ooh, you don't have enough accounts open. I'm like, what do you mean you don't have enough accounts open? Well, you mean you don't have enough credit cards. I'm like, well, I'm trying to get one right now. Yeah, sorry. No. And then they dropped my credit score by 15 and I got nothing out of it. Instrument tower top trim. The hell is the instrument tower? You're pre-approved. Yeah, it's more like you're pre-approved for them to look at your credit score. It doesn't mean anything. Credit confused me. Like, oh, I'll rent a place for £500 a month, but because my credit isn't high enough, the bank can't tell if I can afford a $300 mortgage. £300 mortgage, sorry. Yeah, I don't know. Where the hell is this? Whee! Pedestal. Instrument tower panel. That thing, there it is. You're pre-approved. Psych. So yeah, if you ever get mail that's like, you're pre-approved for this card that's like super awesome, you get like 2% cash back on every single purchase. Earn loyalty point rewards as well on top of that. And there's no annual fee. It's a scam. Like it's just a scam. You're not pre-approved. You're never pre-approved. There's no such thing as pre-approved. They just want you to apply for their credit card. I swear banks just love fucking people around. They sure do. They sure do. Can I just finish this thing? There. Pedestal door frame. The door handle. Yeah, so take it from me. Anybody out there looking at credit cards or getting mail and it's like you're pre-approved for a credit card and you're thinking about applying for it, you're not pre-approved. You're never pre-approved. There's no such thing as being pre-approved. They just want as many people as they can to apply for their credit card. And you seem like somebody that might be able to be high enough credit score to have their credit card. Well, so you make money if you don't screw people over. By the way, funny story. Funny story about Noodle screwing someone over. Let's go. Ah, frick. Some parts of this satellite are not fun to watch. Particularly the ones I'm doing right now. Met with a colleague friend at their place for the first time since the pandemic. We were catching up, and he mentioned that he and our manager talk. Manager has apparently been talking about my doctor's note to my colleague, which is illegal, and also said if she's this bad and unstable, she should be locked up, and proceeded to try and find ways to fire me. That is like super illegal. What? That's unbelievably illegal. Hella illegal, yeah. Yeah, what the fuck? Not only that, but also incredibly rude. Got some of your own problems there, buddy. If your first thought is, oh wow, I need to fire this person. Since he didn't record anything, no one else was in the room at the time, nothing could be done about it. Yeah. No hard evidence for it. That's fucked up. And scary to think about that, like, your manager is, like, trying to find ways to get rid of you. Like, bruh. And not because I'm not doing the job, but because I'm doing my job at the office on his conditions. Some people, they're just evil, you know? That's just how it is. They're just evil. And they should be sued. Can't do anything unless statistics speak in my favor. I'm employed by the company and no longer work as a consultant. He can't do shit. I mean, that's good at least. I mean, like, if you do the job and you do the job well, like, what even does the other stuff matter? What is that other stuff even his business for? Because it's not. Not his business at all. 67 to 90, 95, 100% instead. Say that's a pretty good jump in numbers. Ever since I started working with them. But they were like, oh man, we gotta fire her. Since I'm not in the office. He's gumpy. Oh nah, manager be gumpy. Being stuck on this stupid thing. This trim. You could eat off that. Me? Colon? Liquor? It's just one big soup bowl. Supposed to be an adult, acts like an actual child. I'm just trying to, I can't. Where are these spots that I'm missing? Soup. delicious soup. I got this thing. That one's good. That one's not good. That one's also not good. That's it. We're getting the trident out. The forbidden technique. One is it? This one? That one? Forget. I just need to run around in circles and find all these tiny little spots I missed. Yippee. While I keep falling off my scaffolding. Get an angle on this. Excellent. Excellent. Oh, I got it. Okay, there's 2 more of these trims. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. This one. And this one. We did it. Oh, thank God. Hungry. Me too. I think it's time to go eat. We did it, Reddit. Great work, Doc. Satellite dish looks out of this world clean. I don't know if it's gonna help whoever it is pick up a signal from wherever it is they're pointing it at. At least my job is done. All the best, bud. Keep it flowing out there.
Oh,
Should start saying that.
this stuff is buzzing. Respectfully.
Respectfully.
No, easy.
Should start saying that. Keep it flowing out there. As like your like generic goodbye. See you later, guys. Keep it flowing out there. Alright, we did it. It's time to move on. I need to go get something to eat. We're gonna go and raid. Bye, butt. Stay fresh, cheese bags. Actually, I like that one. Goodbye, VOD watchers. Thank you for watching. Goodbye, live viewers. Thank you for watching and everyone chatting. All the support. Thank you for the hype train. Thank you for the raids. The follows, all that. It's time to go eat. We're gonna raid her crying and shitting. But yeah, everyone, have a good night. Nice seeing you all. I'm very hungry, so I'm gonna go find something to eat. And yeah. Hopefully. Oh, thank you, Noodle. Join the Discord. A raid 2. You're the second person that got hit with the raid 2. It's funny. Yeah, join the Discord. All my VODs go on YouTube. And yeah. join the Dissy. And I don't remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah, Thursday. Probably RE4 professional. Probably. Anyway, bye.